Today's episode is sponsored by Midwest Fire. For more than 20 years, Midwest Fire has been manufacturing high-quality tankers, tanker pumpers, and fire rescue vehicles in the United States and Canada. Keeping firefighters safe while enhancing their capabilities is what they do best. To learn more, go to MidwestFire.com. Hello, and welcome to episode 139 of the Situation Awareness Matters radio show. I'm your host, Rich Gasaway. The purpose of this show is to improve situational awareness and decision-making for individuals and teams who work in high-risk, high-consequence environments. The SA Matters mission is simple: to help you see the bad things coming and time to avoid bad outcomes. I'm coming to you today from Minerva, Ohio, where I'm in town to deliver a situational awareness program for the fire departments in Stark County, Ohio. Thank you to Fire Chief Aaron Stoller for hosting this program here at Minerva High School. If you'd like to know when I'm going to be in your area, just visit the SAMatters.com site and click on the blue box on the right side of the homepage labeled Upcoming Events. And here's hoping there'll be a tour stop near you and we'll get a chance to meet up. One of the questions I get asked often from listeners is, when are you coming to my area? I want to attend a program, or where are you going to be next? It's really easy to find this out. There's a link to my upcoming event schedule on the SA Matters homepage, SAMatters.com. Just click on the blue box on the right side of the homepage that says Upcoming Events Schedule. If you're interested in hosting a Situational Awareness Matters tour stop in 2017 for your department or association, just contact me through the SAMatters.com website and click the Contact Us tab, and we'll get something set up for you. This content truly is life-saving. I have responders tell me all the time that they never look at emergency scenes the same way again. Well, that's the goal, to not only change how you look at things, but how you process the meaning of what you're seeing and hearing, and give you practical skills for how to see the bad things coming and time to avoid bad outcomes. I love all the feedback I get about how the programs make a difference, so keep that coming. For example, here's a piece of feedback I got as a text message following the program that I literally just did last week in Swissvale, Pennsylvania. It says, just wanted to send you a quick note to let you know that your presentation on Tuesday had a very practical impact on several of the chief officers in 3 other departments that attended. They had a working fire that involved 2 apartment units on the 7th floor of a senior high-rise early Friday morning. Although there was 1 civilian fatality and several hospitalized, they said all that they heard on Tuesday evening was replaying in their minds throughout the entire incident. Even though they called to tell me that I jinxed them, they were thankful that they got to hear the presentation and that it had such a positive effect on them at this incident. Talk about irony. Thought you'd just like to know. And that's from Chief Clyde Wilhelm from the Swissvale, Pennsylvania Fire Department. And it's with his permission that I share this with you. Thank you, Chief. That's what it's all about, is getting responders to look at things differently than what they have before. And I didn't expect you to have... My presentation was about an incident where a firefighter died in a 6-story building, and the lessons learned from that. And lo and behold, they have a fire in a 7-story building, and the lessons apply directly to them. Go figure. Anyhow, if you want to book a 2017 program, don't wait. I'm actively booking those programs now, and roughly 40% of the year's programs have already been booked. Here's a tip for how you can host a program at a reduced cost. I schedule many what I call companion programs. These are programs on adjoining days to other programs. So if you see I'm delivering a program within a couple hours of your department and you think you might want to tag along as a companion, contact me. You can save as much as 20% off the cost of the program by being a companion to an existing program. I do roughly 30 of these companion programs each year. No one ever complains about saving money on the travel costs, and that can be like $1,500 for airfare and hotel and rental car. Saving $1,500 and getting great training, that's what I call a win-win. That's what Oakland District, Jefferson County, Swissvale, and now Minerva and Poland, Ohio are doing, companion together to host their programs on consecutive days. When your organization gets sick and tired of being sick and tired of undesirable, uncommitted, unprofessional, undedicated members destroying the morale and sucking the life out of you, contact me for a program that would teach you a better way of leadership and committed followership. But don't contact me until you're truly fed up and ready to have your officers lead differently. When will that time be right? Oh, you'll know. It's that point when you realize that what you're doing now isn't working very well and you're at your wit's end. I've mentioned in a few previous episodes about the leadership development training that we do. I've had 6 departments contact me about hosting a program for their company officers. It's called the Company Officer Development Institute. No PowerPoint whatsoever. Did you hear that? No PowerPoint. We don't use PowerPoint. The program is developed from scratch to help company officers with the skills needed to successfully lead at the company level. My co-facilitator from Indianapolis Fire Department, Captain Patrick Harper, and I share practical, actionable, best practices for leadership, problem solving, conflict resolution, teamwork, motivation, generational leadership, discipline, coaching for performance improvement, and more. The program is truly customized to the issues being faced by those in the program. That's one of the reasons we don't use PowerPoint. We never know exactly what the class is going to be until we get started and set the agenda. The second reason we don't use PowerPoint is, well, you know, who wants death by PowerPoint in the class, especially one that can last a full week, right? Frankly, we believe there's just a better way of teaching company officers how to be leaders using adult-facilitated learning techniques. When adults are engaged in the process of learning and not just being lectured to, learning can be fun, and more importantly, the lessons stick. This month, the Scott Township Fire Department in Indiana hosted our 30th offering of the Company Officer Development Institute, and because Scott Township is a combination department, the program format was being customized for them. 3 weekday evenings followed by a weekend. We do offer shorter programs, weekend versions as well. If this sounds like something you're interested in, have your chief or training officer go to samatters.com and click on the Contact Us tab, and we'll work out the details. It really is that easy. Okay, in today's feature segment, I'm going to talk about how to build expertise in first responders. I'm going to jump right into the feature segment now, but when I'm done, stick around because I'm going to announce where you can attend an upcoming Situational Awareness Matters Tour Stop event. Okay, onward to the feature segment. How to build expertise in first responders. You may or may not know that there are researchers who dedicate their entire careers to understanding what makes someone an expert and how long it takes for a person to acquire the knowledge essential to be considered an expert in his or her chosen field. One of the pioneers in the field of expert knowledge research is K. Anders Ericsson. The findings of Dr. Ericsson's research and others in his field can be sobering, if not disappointing, for first responders seeking to develop situational awareness and high-risk decision-making skills. The researchers who study expertise have concluded it takes roughly 10,000 hours of training and practice to achieve expert-level knowledge and performance of skills. The research has been robustly confirmed in studies in a wide array of professions, from medicine to athletics to musicians. This does not mean 10,000 hours of being on duty. Downtime is not dedicated to honing your knowledge and skills, so it doesn't count. There are no shortcuts on the trail to becoming an expert. The problem is, it could take a very long time for first responders to accumulate 10,000 hours of training and experience. Let's take, for example, a firefighter who works shifts for 24 hours on and 48 hours off. In 1 year, that would be 121 shifts. However, we have to account for vacations and other time off, so we'll deduct 10 days from that total. Let's assume a firefighter dedicates 6 hours a day on their duty day toward training and developing expertise. So a career firefighter could hypothetically dedicate roughly 650 hours a year to developing expertise. At this rate, it would take about 15 years for a firefighter to achieve expert level knowledge and performance. In some departments, members are promoted to officer positions before they have 15 years of experience. Complicating the problem even more, some officers are promoted based purely on their performance on a written exam based on a reading list. Being able to read, memorize, and recall book content doesn't equate to expert knowledge and performance. The problem of responders lacking expertise is compounded by the reduction in the number of working structure fire incidents for which we gain that experience. Arguably, this would extend the time for expert knowledge development to even longer than 15 years. Is there a way to expedite expertise development? Fortunately, the answer is yes. A responder can study cases and watch videos where important lessons can be learned and expedite the development of expertise. In other words, a responder can wait to gain the expertise as first-hand lived experiences, or the responder can speed up the process by learning from the experiences of others. Does that work? You better hope it does, because that is exactly the strategy used by medical schools to expedite the development of expert-level knowledge and medical students. Nothing replaces the value of first-hand experience for sure, but in the absence of incidents to learn from, a responder's next best alternative is to build expert knowledge gathered through case studies, videos, and simulation. When reading a case study or watching a video, the student can improve memory and recall of the lessons by vividly imagining he or she is actually part of the incident, versus reading or watching from the position of a third-party observer. Time invested in deep learning and understanding results in lessons being stored in the brain in a similar way as lived experiences. Of course, the difference is there will be no muscle memory of performance of the physical tasks, and that can be problematic for responders as well. Realistic simulations where responders perform physical tasks can expedite expert knowledge and performance. For example, a professional golfer spends a lot of time on the practice range, vividly imagining shots and perfecting swing dynamics. Football teams spend a lot of time practicing plays and learning how to improvise on the fly. Discuss the challenges your department is facing in the developing of expert knowledge among members in light of declining opportunities to gain first-hand experience. Discuss the ways you can currently develop expert knowledge in your members. Discuss ideas on how to expedite your expert knowledge development. If you've experienced or witnessed a near miss and would like to have a platform to share your lessons learned with others, please contact me by visiting the SAMatters.com website and clicking on the Contact Us link on the top of the homepage. Think about it for a moment. The lessons learned from your near miss event could save the life of another first responder. That's powerful. If you want to share your lessons, contact me. Okay, as I always do, I want to take a moment to thank the departments and the organizations that have hosted some of the recent Situation Awareness Matters Tour Stop events. I do this to show my appreciation to the organizations who put forth the effort to organize, advertise, and fund great training experiences for their members and for others in the region. Your efforts to bring this valuable and powerful training on situational awareness and high-risk decision-making to your members and those throughout your region are greatly appreciated. The International Association of Fire Chiefs Officer Development Series in Durham, North Carolina, funded by a grant from Motorola Solutions. The Scott Township Fire Department in Evansville, Indiana, hosting the Company Officer Development Institute. the All Hazards Incident Management Team Conference in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And this past week, programs for Oakland District Fire Department in Weirton, West Virginia, the Jefferson County LEPC, hosted by the Wintersville, Ohio Fire Department, Swissville Fire Department in Pennsylvania, where I'm at now, the Minerva Fire Department in Ohio, and where I'll be tomorrow, the Western Reserve Fire Department in Poland, Ohio. The award for hosting the final SA Matters Tour Stop for 2016 will go to Peters Township Fire Department in McMurray, Pennsylvania, hosting a program on the evening of December 26th. What do you do when you've had enough of your in-laws or your outlaws for the holidays? You find an excuse to go to the fire station. Glad I could help out with the fire departments in Western Pennsylvania. All kidding aside, thank you so much for all the program hosts throughout the year. And here's hoping there'll be a tour stop near you, and we'll get a chance to meet up. The last time I delivered situation awareness programs in southwest Minnesota, I stopped by and visited the sponsor of this podcast show, Midwest Fire. Midwest Fire makes all poly fire apparatus that are changing the industry. You seriously need to check them out at MidwestFire.com. Anyhow, while I was there, I got a chance to sit down and talk to some of their employees about what separates Midwest Fire from their competitors. Here, I got a chance to ask account executive Dalton Lingbeck about the various types of apparatus Midwest Fire builds. Let's listen in. Okay, Dalton, tankers and tanker pumpers. That seems to be the game for Midwest Fire. I see, even as I'm here at the factory, I see a number of tankers and tanker pumpers. But do you build anything else? What is are you basically just a two-product company, or do you have other types of trucks that you're building for customers?
We do in fact build a lot of tankers and tanker pumpers. They are our bread and butter. We love building them, and they're a great product for us. But in fact, we do not only build tankers and tanker pumpers. We try and fill the whole department. So if anyone needs to replace their fleet, we can do it. We do a lot of roll pumpers. We're starting to do more and more of those. We don't really trend towards more of the major metropolitan cities with pumpers. We leave that up to the guys that have been doing it for a long time. We take care of our customer base, which are volunteer firefighters, rural firefighters, and we provide them with the rural pumpers. We also do quick attacks. We do a lot of rescue quick attacks, mini pumpers, not necessarily the PTO mini pumpers, but we do portable pumps on these things. So essentially it's a lot of rescue tools. It's on an F550. It's got a rescue-style body, but we call them quick attacks. And then finally, we do brush trucks. And brush trucks we love doing these because these things are one of the coolest trucks and coolest firefighting pieces of equipment on the face of this earth. We've been doing a lot of those. We've started doing brush trucks around 2.5 years ago, and we have been building roughly 10 to 15 a year, and we're increasing that by the day. It's a really cool thing, and you'll be seeing a lot more Midwest Fire brush trucks in the future.
So if somebody wanted to see what these trucks look like, are there pictures on the website or a gallery, or is there someplace they can go to put their eyeballs on what we're talking about here?
Yeah, definitely. We have many areas where you can see the pictures. We have a Twitter account. We do a lot of delivery pictures and just pictures in general on our Facebook. That's a huge place for people to go see us. But the biggest part is our website. We do have a deliveries tab, and you can see all recent deliveries on our website from the day they were delivered all the way back to how many ever years ago.
Yeah, nice. So if you want to learn more about the types of apparatus that Midwest Fire is building, tankers, tanker pumpers, quick attack pumpers, brush trucks, rural apparatus, visit them at MidwestFire.com and see how they can help you. Thank you, Midwest Fire President Sarah Atchison, and all your staff for your awesome commitment to improving first responder safety. I sincerely appreciate your support of my mission. If you're interested in seeing all the locations for upcoming Situation Awareness Matters tour stops, head over to the website, samatters.com, and click on the blue box on the right side of the homepage labeled Upcoming Events Schedule. Check it often, because I update it a lot. In fact, I just updated it today. If you want to give me any suggestions about how to improve the show, just shoot me an email by clicking the Contact Us link on the SA Matters site. If you're not a subscriber yet, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red box that says Free Membership. If you're already a subscriber, maybe contact someone you know who you think might benefit from the content I share on the website or the podcast and ask them to subscribe, and I'll thank you for that. If you want to get connected with me on social media, you can follow at Rich Gasaway on Twitter, spelling the last name G-A-S as in Sam, A-W-A-Y, at Rich Gasaway on Twitter. You can get connected with me on LinkedIn by searching Rich Gasaway on LinkedIn as well. Remember to swing by and check out the new Situational Awareness Matters online academy. Just go to the homepage, samatters.com, click on the green button on the right side of the homepage that says Online Academy. Well, that's it. Episode 139 is complete. Thank you to our podcast sponsor, Midwest Fire. Thank you to all of our live event hosts. Thank you to all of our online academy students. And thank you, our listeners, for sharing some of your valuable time with me today. I do really, really appreciate your support of the SA Matters mission. Be safe out there, and may the peace of the Lord and strong situational awareness be with you always.
You've been listening to the Situational Awareness Matters radio show with Dr. Richard B. Gasaway. If you are interested in learning more about situational awareness, human factors, and decision-making under stress, visit samatters.com. If you are interested in booking Dr. Gasaway for an upcoming event, visit his personal website at richgasaway.com.